What up guys, Uber Jack here with another video, and today we're discussing whether or not you should do Uber full-time, or if doing Uber full-time is actually worth it. And this is in relation to the UK market. So, you know, anywhere in the UK, this doesn't apply to people outside of the UK, and I'll explain why that is in a short while. So, is it worth doing Uber in the UK full time? Because a lot of people think about doing Uber as a part-time venture, sort of on the weekends, evenings, just slot it in whenever they can, just to make a bit of extra money. And don't get me wrong, you can do that. But it's not really worth it. You do have to do Uber full-time. So doing Uber full-time is worth it in the United Kingdom, because in my opinion, really it's the only way that you can do Uber. You can't really do it part-time. I mean, you can, but, you know, I'll explain why now. In the UK, we need to have a private hire vehicle license to be able to operate and work on the platform. Now, that's not cheap. That's going to cost you, depending on your council, anywhere from 400, maybe up to £1,000. That would include sort of your CRB check, your medical examination, your actual test that you're required to carry out to do, which is like you know, a test on sort of the highway code and taxi sort of behaviours that you should adopt. So you've got that cost for a start off, getting your private hire license. So once you got that, you need an acceptable car. Now you can find out the full list of cars accepted in your area on the Uber website. It is an extensive list. You know, it's what you'd expect, is sort of MPVs and larger vehicles, saloons. It's not coupes, two-door coupes. You know, obviously that's going to be a pain for people. You're not allowed small Fiestas, things like that. So that's the second thing you need. You need an acceptable vehicle. It also has to be at least 10 years old. Otherwise, you need sort of extra permissions and further tests, you know, additional MOTs, more costs basically. So if it's older than 10 years, forget about it. So that's the two things you need from a kickoff. You're then going to have to insure the vehicle. Now, with the insurance, it's not cheap at all. You need high end reward insurance, and you'll be treated as if you've never driven in your life before, basically. Doesn't matter if you've got 20 years no claims bonus. You're going to be treated like an absolute noob to the whole game. So yeah, so that's not going to be cheap. That's going to be about sort of £3,000 a year. You know, if you're lucky, you might be able to get it for about £2,000. So those three things alone: the private hire license, the insurance, the vehicle, then obviously the cost of running the vehicle, the maintenance. You're going to put extra mileage on your car. That means it's going to be needing more services quicker than it would have. Things might go wrong with the car. You're going to need new tires. You're going to need brakes. All these things you need to keep on top of. Now, doing Uber part-time just won't pay those costs. It won't cover them at all. And if it does cover them, you'll find that after you've covered those costs, you're going to be making minimal. You know, you may as well go out and deliver pizzas, in all honesty, because you don't need the same things you need to be an Uber driver that you do to deliver pizzas, and you're going to get more money in your pocket. So that's not the case everywhere. In the States, there's different laws. I'm pretty sure you don't need the same insurance, and if you do, it's nowhere near the price that you pay here. It'd be similar to what you'd pay normally. And not only that, I think the vehicle requirements are a bit, you know, not as strict, so you can get away with a lot more vehicles. I don't even think you need a private hire license. They don't have those in the States, to my knowledge anyway. So I think you just have to have like a basic sort of background check, just to check you're not, like a criminal of some kind. So, it can be done in the States, and that's a shame, because to see more drivers on the road that can do it part-time would be great. I might have even considered it, doing something else on the side and this, but to be honest with you, it just wouldn't work out. The insurance that I mentioned being about $3,000, that's your start-off cost, so it will get cheaper in time. So if you could do it for 5 years and not have any accidents, things like that, you could be in for really low premium, and then you might be able to do it. But generally speaking, Uber is not worth doing part-time in the UK, not by any means. So is it worth doing Uber full-time or part-time? 100% it's worth doing full-time. Throw all your eggs in the basket and go for it. And that's really how you're going to make it work for you. But I just thought I'd cover that, guys, because a lot of people have been asking me similar questions, like how can I start up? Can I do it part-time? What are the costs involved? Hopefully this covers most of that. But if anyone does have any further questions who's watching this, just let me know. If I'm wrong, please let me know as well. But from my understanding, those costs that I've mentioned, I've worked out in my head the hours that you need to work. Tie that in with another 40-hour-a-week job. You're going to have no time to yourself, and you're going to be making the bare minimum money. So what I said about delivering pizzas is 100% true. You could definitely make more money doing that, just because the costs are nowhere near what they would be for Uber. At the end of the day, this is a business. You have your own business set up. Uber send you the clients, you do the work. So costs are involved in any business that you get into, particularly this one. And I just think doing it part-time is a no-go. So guys, thank you for watching. I've got a few videos lined up that I'm going to be dropping over the next few days. Keep tuned in, and we'll get those out as soon as we can. But I hope everyone's doing well. Shout out to you if you're watching this. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys on the next video.